guys, it's Kilo with the teen department, and today we're going to be learning how to make a constellation canvas. So the first thing you're going to need is a canvas. We've already painted it for the sake of the video so it would be dry, and then you're going to take either scissors or an X-Acto knife, and you're going to want to just poke holes where you have your stars marked. I went ahead and marked those here with a metallic gold Sharpie, and you'll just poke through when you've picked what constellation you want. If you need to draw it out in pencil first, that's totally fine, and then you can just erase over those marks. Then next, we're gonna take our fairy light. I've already fed it through this first hole here. You'll wanna feed it in on the back side, that way your wire is always coming through on the front. And then we will just pull that through. And then you're gonna have to make a little kind of twist or knot on the back end here. At the very end, you can tape or glue it down. It's just so we can feed this same piece of wire back through without it pulling the other part up, because you're gonna want all of the wire to be coming through on the front of the canvas. That way you're seeing all the lights, matching them up with where you want the stars to show through, and it's showing the actual constellation here. So through the hole. And it's also not an exact science. You kind of just have to play around with, depending on what constellation, what length of wire you need, where it needs to be fed through. You might have to have more bends or be a little more spacious with your lights. You may not have to get to have them see they're pulled through because it was not twisted well enough. So we can just poke it back through, twist it a little bit better there. If you bend it kind of into a circle, it's a lot less likely to come out until we get it taped down. But each constellation is different. They have a different number of stars. So the one you pick might be your star sign, could have several more stars than this one. You would need either a longer wire or just have to be a little more gracious with where you're placing those lights at. You just keep going around. The wire is very flexible, so it'll bend for pretty much anything and still function and hold its shape how it's supposed to. But it can be a little tricky here. And you'll want to be careful. The end of the wire does get a little sharp, so just be cautious when you're doing it so you're not going to stab yourself. Put that there. Poke it through. It's kind of the same motion that you would use for sewing. You're just going and making these little divots kind of to keep it from being a traditional kind of sew where you're going to the front and back, because you do want all of the wire to be displayed. And then once we are done feeding this through, we'll take our same Sharpie and we will draw our little lines just to show exactly where the stars and a wire are connecting. See, there are some of these where, like here, it's not exactly on a star point. There's some of them where it's just not going to fall. You can take more time and bend them to where each light fits with the star is kind of really up to your own preference for all this. It doesn't even have to be painted like the sky. You can change the color of your canvas to anything you like. It's completely your own little creation. Only got a couple more here. And then on this one, we're actually going to feed it back through that same hole, of course, like we have been. It'll go through. You will need to make sure the holes are kind of a decent size so your wire can go through multiple times and it doesn't get snagged on the fabric. If you have a fabric canvas with like the wood border, it is a little easier. And then this time we're going to feed it back through this star where it connects that through. Oh, it's got hung here. And this time we actually are going to go through the back and not revisit that same point. So we can pull it through here. Then we'll go through this hole one more time. Pull that through. Go through the back once more. And connect it up here. You're going to want all of your points to connect to show the lines, which we're going to go in and redraw them anyways, but this way you should have the illumination as well with your lights of the zodiac. So there, that part is all done. You're going to just tape up and twist all what's left on the back with your light and turn that on as well. You're going to have some that are lit up on the back, but we have it lit up on the front. Just make some dashes to show where all the points connect. And just make them as straight as you can. They don't have to be perfect. None of the points have to be perfect. Because when it's lit up, you can't totally tell anyways. And that is it. And then you have cute little night lights hang on your wall, anything like that. So that's all I've got for you. Thank you.